Is a cleaning solution well when it makes me smile? Because Kate, come on out here. We have Brite. And in case you haven't heard about Brite is a sole source, naturally farmed cleaner. And it cleans, it polishes, and it protects all at once. And the thing about this is, Kate, if people have not seen the presentation, we actually sold out of one of the fragrances yesterday. We still have the citrus and we still have the original. There is no auto ship because we cannot keep getting these in stock. We absolutely love them. But seeing is believing. So it cleans, it polishes, and it protects all at once, right?
It does. And it all comes from a single quarry in France. And that's why it takes so long for us to get it back in, because it's artisanally done. It's hand poured and it dries overnight in each individual clay. And I want to show you this in the sink right here. It looks like a regular, already clean sink.
So that's stainless. It looks pretty good, I gotta be honest.
It does. It's stainless steel. I'm just taking a bit of the clay and you wet a little bit of the sponge, you rub it on the clay to activate the clay.
Right. And
then put it right on the stainless steel. You notice no gloves, no anything,
toxins,
no mix.
no odors.
You don't have to worry about opening the windows. And I just want you to check out what happens to that stainless steel.
Wow.
It brings it back to new. You can even see on the sponge here that it's black, because that's the tarnish that happens on your stainless steel. Do this in your sink whenever you get it home, and you're gonna just be wowed right away.
Mind blowing. Kate, I'm just gonna show them what they get, and then we'll go back to some more demonstrations. But remember, now, she and I were talking over the weekend. I won't name websites, but in many places in America, you can actually find one of these tubs selling for about $20. And that's why I always encourage you, break out that Google machine, do that little searcherino, and, you know, whether it's on UVC bulbs or the kind of filtration that we have coming up later in this show. But it's a twofer. It's you know, in my own mind, I'm looking at this as kind of a buy one, get one. And remember, you're getting the chamois, you're also getting those sponges. And what's great about this is remember that water is what activates it. So it'll dry after you use it, and then you wet that sponge, then you reactivate it. And the cool thing is, first of all, it's good to the last drop. I mean, the only disadvantage to Brite is it goes on and on and on and on and on, because a little bit goes a long way. And the original history on this, Kate, I think is interesting because I do a lot of cooking shows here, as you know, and a busy mom. I know you're cooking all the time, but people always ask me, what do I use on my cookware? What do I use on my jewelry? And actually, the history of this was like polishing like jewelry and silver and things like that, right?
Yeah, it was originally made as a jewelry polish, so we highly recommend it on any jewelries. I actually use it to clean my wedding ring.
Wow.
And you can use it on the nicest, but also the toughest stains. So I just put a little bit of Brite on here, and I'm gonna show you on the bottom of this pot here. Now, Terry Toner's our normal guest here, and she has this pot rack. And I'll tell you, I've been at her house where that pot rack is not just on display in her kitchen, but she has an open concept, so you can see it from her living room and everything.
Yeah.
So whenever she uses her pots and she cleans them with Brite, because she knows that it's gonna bring it back to its original shine.
Beautiful.
The amazingness. You see how the water not just is like coming off, it's sheeting off, because it's not just cleaning and polishing, it's also protecting.
So will things stay cleaner longer with
Absolutely,
this?
100%. Because it leaves behind, from those special minerals, a little bit of just protection on it.
Right.
And it creates that boundary between
like
the
that
material.
Shield.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we've got a photo of the quarry, which I think is important to show. Charlie and Jared, thanks for doing that. So, Kate, one of the reasons that we don't get this a lot is because it only comes from one quarry in France, right? And they have to actually mine it like a gemstone.
It is. And it's also, it's hand poured, it's dried overnight into these tubs.
Right.
By hand.
By hand.
It's amazing. And you know, we can do the toughest jobs and the easiest jobs, but we always recommend Brite to bring out for the toughest jobs. You know, whenever you have everything in your house that you've already tried on a product, and it's funny because I represent Brite here at HSN, and I always forget to actually go grab it.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, something else might be a little bit quicker, but you know what? That Brite is what's gonna do the job and do the job better. And you're not gonna use it just for your stainless steel, but also for your glass top stoves.
So it won't scratch that glass cooktop. By the way, if you've ever seen Terry, she wears this beautiful vintage Southwestern jewelry piece, and I'm always like eyeballing that thing. It's from 1960s. So I don't care if it's your rims, if it's your jewelry, if it's your ceramic or your glass range. The thing, and by the way, and I'm just gonna forewarn you, where there is no auto ship on this. We sold out of lavender in my show yesterday, and I even called our sales manager before the show, and I said, Marty, you can load more lavender, right? He's like, I don't have any. So what we've got is what we've got. Now, Jared, of the two, which is more limited, the citrus or the original? They're both. Okay, citrus is going to be the most limited. It's also like essential oils too. But Kate, you had me at granite, marble, and tile. I'm telling you.
Granite, you have to buy that special cleaner.
You do.
Not anymore. You don't have to buy that special cleaner for your silver. You don't have to buy that special cleaner for your wood floors or for your tile. You know, the grout in the bathroom. But I'm just going to want you to take a look at this. Come over and look at your screen, because you're going to see the after and the before of what happened with that granite.
And the point that I made with Terry yesterday, I'll say it again. Now, is you know how sometimes they have people, you have people come in to reseal your granite. And I'm not, trying to make that analogy, but what I will tell you is granite is porous. So if you are cleaning and polishing, I'm having a light bulb moment thinking of protecting, because to me that means you're kind of putting a shield down on your granite.
Right,
I mean,
and it's a large investment.
You bet it is.
You've got your whole kitchen, everywhere in your kitchen is going to be a huge granite.
Okay, now what's your son's name again? Colton?
Cooper.
Cooper. Has he gotten the crayons to the wall yet?
He has. He has. And I actually did a video on social media because I was looking at something on the internet for about 2.5 seconds, and he got quiet, and we all know what happens when they get quiet.
Be afraid.
Be very afraid. And I walked around the corner, and he had the crayons all over my walls. I could not believe it. And you know what? I took a moment and I was like, you know what? I could be mad about this, or I could make a video for social media. So that's what I did. So the crayon here, the microfiber can kind of maybe sometimes get it, but it's definitely not getting
those eraser things, which I'm not putting shame at anybody's game, but you're only using it on the walls. I mean, in all seriousness, this you're using on your jewelry, on your cookware, on your tile, on your grout, on your marble, on your granite, on your ceramic stovetop, on your cookware. And I'm going to go back to the granite again for just a moment. Now, again, I'm not making the claim that it's like, resealing the granite. However, because granite is porous, if I can say that this is a natural product that just has only essential oils and it's mined in an artisanal way and hand poured, it will clean, it will polish, and it will protect. So think of it as putting a shield on your stainless. Think of it as putting a shield on your granite, a shield on your cookware. And that's whether it's repelling bacon grease, on the bottom of the cookware, or whether we can't repel the toddlers from putting the crayon on the walls.
But you know what? We can fix it once they do.
Yes, we can.
Because we always know that they're going to do it, right? So why not have a tub of Earthbrite on hand and be prepared for that? And I feel safe doing that and cleaning around there because I know it's a natural product and I know that it's a safe product for him to be around.
Yeah.
And honestly, we have to go through some pretty rigorous testing to be here at HSN and to be able to say the things that we say. And we are proven to not scratch.
Yeah, and that's a big deal.
Such a big thing, especially whenever it's your glass top stove.
Is this the original?
Yes,
Yep,
that's the original.
I was going to say that's the original. You little stinker, you using that lavender. It's already sold.
I apologize.
But hey, just so you realize, and I make that point not only to kind of tease Kate, you snooze, you lose. We have hundreds of people calling, and I heard from a little birdie, if you do a little search on the Earthbrite, you can find it for about $20 a tub.
A tub.
So it's pretty much, in my math, that's pretty close to buy one, get one, and you're getting it here. The citrus is gone. Remember, you're getting two, not one, but two for basically the cost of one, even if you were shopping elsewhere. You're getting the chamois and you're getting the sponges. And remember, after it dries, you just reactivate it with, put water or moisten that sponge, and then that reactivates the product. product, right? So
yeah.
it's supposed to dry after you're done.
It's super concentrated.
It is.
It's funny how many people we get that call that say, my product dried out.
No, right?
No. It works that way because then it's easier to store, but also you get more product. You get more bang for your buck. You get more longevity out of your cleaning. And that's why these tubs last for so long.
They really do. I will tell you, we are very, very busy. Remember, there is no auto ship on this, partially because it is, I feel like I'm Jay King here. It's like their hand mined. I mean, it's one sole source. Kate, I think for a lot of people out there watching this show, I gotta be honest, like if I didn't know you, if I had never watched HSN, I'd be rolling my eyes. I'm like, there's gotta be a gimmick. They gotta be doing something. Be honest, did you believe how well it worked until you got it at home?
I didn't, honestly.
I mean, truly, I'm not kidding when I say that. You know I'm not making fun here.
We have some of the hardest stains, and we always talk about it, where if you have some of the hardest stains, try the Earth Brite on it. We had a friend that actually had a refrigerator in his very hot Florida garage wrapped in cellophane, and all that cellophane melted and stuck to the refrigerator, and it actually like took it off. It was one of those white
stains?
Water stains are great.
Hard water, shower door.
Shower doors, it's magnificent for, because whenever you actually clean it with Earth Brite, you're going to protect it, and you're gonna actually see that you're gonna clean less with Earth Brite throughout time, you know, which is the best. And you know, whenever we had, we were airing from home, if you remember, as we were broadcasting from our houses, we were actually broadcasting from my house and my kitchen. So we were using Earth Brite on my personal stove every single time we aired, and it looked wonderful and was beautiful, and I was so happy to be able to do that because my stove was clean.
Mama don't dirty no stove unless she's sure it's gonna get clean. Speaking about stove though, I don't know, can we demonstrate the oven? And I'll tell you why. I have a lot of chemical sensitivities, and I'm not even gonna fill in all the blanks there, but I have to be very careful about what I breathe and what touches my skin. And if you read the warning panel on, I think oven cleaner might be, my own opinion, I think it might be like the most toxic thing that we clean with in our house. I mean, that's, again, my own opinion, because it's, you know, it's getting off some burnt on, caked on, but this is a natural way to do not only that oven cleaning, and isn't it funny, even if you have a self-cleaning oven, it never cleans like that see-through window on the door, right?
Not quite, right. You know, whenever you do clean on your oven, you have to, whenever you use those other oven cleaners, you have to open the house up, you have to get everybody out for the afternoon.
Did you rinse it off because you're putting food in the oven later?
You have to wear gloves, you have to wear a mask. It's a whole lot of you know, toxicity coming out. This is a natural product that you can trust and that you know is going to do the job and do the job well. You know, whenever we put these dirts out here, we actually hand torch them on. So they're actually like burnt on mess. It's not just TV dirt. This is real.
Is he trying to make it worse? I think he's actually outdone himself. I mean,
he wants it to actually be a little bit harder to clean because it works so well. You might think it's magic, but it's not.
It's not, and so it's funny because we always used to run this disclaimer, you know, cleaning demonstrations are simulated, but I gotta be, I said this yesterday with Terry, if this is what your cooktop looks like, you need more than Earth Brite, you need therapy. Because if it is doing something that is literally adhered with a blowtorch, that's how they get these messes, you know, to kind of get the look of buildup. It's worse than anything you got in your cooktop. And you know what, beyond that, you get a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Jared, I'm guessing that the citrus is probably outselling the original. So if you want it, I'm gonna recommend you do it now. Just in my mind, think of this as a buy one, get one, because do a little Googlio, a little search, and typically you find one for 20 bucks.
And you know, you get the 2 microfiber cloths with this too. We don't do that anywhere else, and that's actually a new addition that we did for HSN. Yeah, it's newer for us.
Do you have any today's specials planned, or you
not
don't
at
know
the
yet?
moment. Nothing's working right now.
Because it's hard to get it, you know, in stock.
You know, it is. It really is, because it comes over from France. This isn't from your typical anywhere in you know, around the world.
Right.
This is a special quarry, it's a special port, and we don't ship from there all the time. So whenever we do, it's special for HSN. So you can see here, what happens is the sheeting action, and you can actually see where the protection is happening, and it's beading up.
Clean, polish, and protect.
Clean, polish, and protect.
Kate, awesome job as always.
Thanks, Shannon, for having me.
See, and so the dad's on baby duty right now, right?
Luckily everybody's asleep right now, so we're good. My 2-year-old, hopefully he's asleep. We'll see.
Exactly.
Good to see you as always.
You too.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, don't hang up. Now we're going to move to health of your home. This is the health of your home in terms of how you clean, but we're going to clear the air. We're going to get you heat therapy. We're going to give you a massage. And you know what? We're also going to help you get fit. Denise Austin, one of my personal idols,